Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're back and we're going to be continuing our playthrough of the Council. We're just going to go ahead and get straight into it. So last time we left off we just talked to Lord Mortimer about the case of Lady Adams. We've now decided to move on and try and get back on the case of finding out where our mother disappeared to. So we've been sent to investigate where our mother spent her free time, which was this room here, which is a storage room. I can definitely say it does fit the bill. Checks out.
There are burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Well, we've already figured out that her accomplice is the sister of Emily. So, that I would imagine, that's obviously why she shot her at the start, because they are working together. And so,
Dante's paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
So we need to find the man with the sword. Well, there's a spear.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Okay, so we don't have the skills to know much about that.
Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve.
Oh, did I see something over here? Ah, that reminds me, I've been meaning to go back down to the salon and see if we can find Lady Adams. Well, I can't remember what it was, but she said she lost something, I think. Not that obviously it'll do her a lot of good now. Oh, and I keep meaning to go back to the harbour as well, see if we can unlock that door.
The door appears to be locked on the other side.
Not the harbour, the wharf. The door appears to be locked from the other side. Wait, what?
I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor.
So you can use logic, agility, or you can pick the lock. Surely they wouldn't do that. To me though, that looks like they've done it so each class in the game would have one of those skills. So if you were a detective, you'd have logic. If you were a... whatever the other one was, a manipulator, I think? I don't know, I can't remember. You'd have agility, and then obviously... no, that can't be right. No, because we actually got this when we weren't meant to have it originally. Alright, I'm going to see if there's another way in before I have to use some points. Because as you can see, we're running a little bit low on points at the moment. Okay, well we can't go out the balcony by the looks of it. Maybe we could try a different room. We might just have to use some royal jelly, but that would be annoying. Oh, we can't... Fuck me. Surely not. Surely they wouldn't do that, so genuinely if you hadn't got the skills, you just couldn't open it. Or maybe they just assumed you would have at least one of the skills? It's got to be a... There has to be another way in.
Dante's paradise. Raise your head and be...
What is this disc?
I guess we take it. There has to be a way in where they wouldn't, you know, force you to use loads of royal jelly. Because what, like, you know, I'm playing as a diplomat, and the ability to pick locks, we actually unlocked it when it's not part of our class. So what if we hadn't done that? Okay, is there anything more on the floor here? No? Can you just force it, maybe? Maybe that's the agility skill. Use the disc.
We'll see if it works.
What? Is it magnetic? Oh, okay, well that's how you do it if you don't have any of the skills then. So we saved some points, that's good.
It's open.
No. Really, you don't say. Thanks for pointing that out, Louis. Christ, why is this sealed off as a storage room? This room looks great. Look how colourful the books are. Right, let's have a look around. We're looking for the man with the sword. I guarantee that's on a painting somewhere.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Are those cigars? Candles? Looks like candles. Okay, what's that, like God? Am I an idiot for not knowing? Probably. It's a book. Man, we are just nicking all of the books from Lord Mortimer.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Godoy. Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust. Amber.
Nice. Is that some jelly? Yeah, nice. Okay, well we've looked around the room. We haven't found any extras, so I guess we'll start looking at the actual things to do.
The New Testament.
The New Testament. Okay, look for the man with the sword. Who had a... Okay, God, it's like Bible study. Man with a sword. Who had a sword? St. Peter, I don't think, used a sword. Jesus was never known for using any weapons. Judas? No. A Roman? Isaac, when he tried to kill his kid? Or is... Oh no, Isaac was this... Let's just analyse the book. We don't know. Okay.
A volume of the Gutenberg Bible. I guess I'll just come back later.
Let's take a look around. The man with the sword. Trusting my faith in the man in the sword. I don't see a sword here. He's got a sword.
St. Paul painted by Godoy.
Really? St. Paul had a sword? Should I have known that?
St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean? The New Testament. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Oh, wait. A note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages here. What does it say? Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. Awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that? The painting looks like it's been taken down recently. But wasn't my mother said that she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle? Ah, of course. There's something written behind the painting. On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean? Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew. It says, count in the dust. All right, let's do it. There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all. That's what the message in Hebrew spoke about. Hebrew 8. But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message. There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's see tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul. Now, therefore, why do ye... Ah, look, here's a message. It is of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. And he became very hungry. And hey, we must leave urgently. But first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that? I'm guessing it's a metaphor. I need to figure out what this means. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Okay, so we got 4 skill points. So, what do we want to go for? I do want to get 1 in agility, because there was that thing in the Prussian's room, I can't remember his name, where there was like a high bookshelf that we couldn't get to. Where is agility? So it's 2 points to get level 1 for agility. It's 1 point, no, another 2 points for there. It's 5 points to get level 2 in subterfuge. 4 for linguistics. Are there any skills we've really been lacking? Well, there's been quite a few instances where we've not had logic, and that's bit us in the arse. As well as oculism. I'm tempted to get this because it's only 1 point, although I don't want to spread myself too thin, because that's kind of, you know, we're already low on points, and if you spread yourself thin, then each action costs more. So linguistics has been very handy to us, but it's 4 points to level up. 3 points for diversion. I think we'll get agility, so we've got it. Put 1 in oculism. Kind of want to put 1 in logic. Politics is only level 2. Conviction is level 2 and etiquette is level 2. I guess at this playthrough, I'm just kind of going to spread myself a bit thin. Maybe that'll bite us in the arse, but if we know a little bit of everything, maybe that'll help. I don't know. I want to go for it. Seems risky. I like it. Okay, and now we get to read 3 manuscripts. Okay, we can't read any of these because we don't have them all. So we can get 1 in questioning, 1 in linguistics, 1 in manipulation, 1 in politics, 1 in diversion, and 1 in etiquette. I think you want to go for the ones where you've already put significant points into it. So if I put 1 into conviction, for example, it would save me 9 points. Etiquette and politics. Whereas if I got 1 in, say, questioning, that would only cost... do I even have it? 5, okay. I think we're going to go for 1 in etiquette. Oh, 1 skill point, not level. Okay. So we're going to go linguist, we're going to go etiquette, politics, and linguistics, the things we're best at.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
Okay, let's head down. I wonder if it's worth trying to search anyone's room.
Monsieur Johann van Vuln.
Here we go. No, okay, we can't go in that way. So yeah, oh my, no. Okay, so we came out of this room, and I was like, oh, okay, we can't go down that way. It was this room here. So instead of just walking from here to here, I walked, oh my god. Okay. Moving on.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
It must have been Emma I saw in my vision. I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay. They kept up a secret correspondence, which makes me think they were suspicious of someone.
And did you find out who it was?
No, but von Volner is mentioned. They were planning to make a quick getaway and were looking to hide something beforehand.
Have you got these messages?
So basically the question is, do I want to trust her and show her everything I know, or do I not? And she's part of the Order, so I think I do trust her, to be honest. Obviously, you shouldn't trust anyone, but she had correspondence with her sister, so although she claimed she didn't know anything with the week she was here, I mean, I'm pretty sure she knows more than she's letting on. Yeah, let's show her the messages. Why not?
Yes.
I
Go ahead, take a
want to
look.
make an ally out of her.
I see. I must say, thanks for your honesty, Louis.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
Okay, well that's a little bit more touchy. I feel like realistically she's going to find out anyway. Like, it's her sister. She's going to find out. Like, if she's dead, if she's alive, she's going to find out the truth. It's her sister. She's going to do whatever it takes. So the question is, you know, to me, it's not, should I tell her because she might want revenge. To me, she's always going to find out. If she tries and takes revenge, she might kill my mother. But then, again, my mother did shoot her sister, so fair enough. I feel like realistically, no matter what, she's going to find out. So she might already know. I get the strong suspicion she knows more than she lets on. So I'd rather, you know, build up that trust and be honest with her, because I feel like she's going to find out regardless.
Emily, there's something else.
Go on then.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same
I called
evening.
it!
Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
I knew it!
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can. It seems that your mother tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book, so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew she knew it. How she knew it, I'm guessing Holmes told her. I don't know. But I know. Right, okay, there's people yelling. Does she know why? Well, she just explained to us why. The book. Who spoke to her about it?
How did you find out?
Sir Gregory told me on my arrival.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But
Imagine
you do
that.
realize
Thanks for
your
coming,
mother
but
will
by
have
the
to
way, your
accept
sister's
the
just been
consequences
killed.
of her acts.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see.
Wait, so is the
Come,
sister
Louis.
dead?
They're waiting for us.
Or not? Did she survive? We never saw a body. Oh, the logo of the council in the background there. That's cute.
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest. But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
And what has Mr. Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds!
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined.
What? Oh, no.
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before.
How dare they?
Oh, dear.
Oh, as if it...
Gracious.
That look.
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend
That's
to
amazing.
be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous. Bastard. He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for one vote. Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
I'm just going to let them go.
Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you, as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.